All right, this is that Marshall Lead 100 solid state. And here's a little bit of what it was looking like before as it came in. It was all original except for some changed out pots, as you can tell. And the ground on the effects return jack had been, the trace had been cut on the board, I'm sure, to eliminate a ground loop. So I've recapped it, and solid state amps use a lot more electrolytics than tube amps. This one had like 21, I believe, electrolytics. They're all changed out. Most of them are 33 microfarads, all these little 33 microfarads. Went from 25 volt to 63 volts. Whenever possible, I increased the voltage, and I chose caps rated for much longer lifespan than the originals, and everything's sounding good. When I first, let me show you a little bit on the filter caps. That was kind of a funny. Here you can see the size of the old main filter cap versus the new, make it even more apparent. These are both 4700 microfarad 50 volt caps. This is a really high quality cap. It's just that modern caps are generally smaller than old caps. This is an old through hole, and this is a snap-in, but it'll be just fine for our purposes. Now, of note, these are series, and so the negative is not at ground, so I made sure that the end of the capacitor here had that plastic disc and not the metal, because if it had the metal exposed, that would be the same as this negative lead, and we want to short that against the chassis. So I was prepared to maybe put some silicone and some tape, but it's not necessary in this case. Anyway, let me finish this up and I'll get them wired in place. All right, we're back. When I first tested the amp with the old caps, the channels had very different amounts of gain, and the amp overall was a little bit on the wimpy side compared to what you think of when you see the Marshall logo and Lead 100. And as I said in the first video, I wasn't sure if it was just the old caps, or whether maybe some of the transistors were drifted and weren't strong enough, et cetera, et cetera. Now I think it was pretty much just those caps, pending further testing. So let me move things around and change the recording level so we clip less, and let's hear it. You'll notice that I have the knobs off. That's both because I thought I might have to pull the board up again if there's anything else wrong with the amp, and that still may be the case. And also, all the original knobs are in really bad shape. Most are missing their gold caps. Some of the ones which have gold caps, the gold caps are a little bit mangled, and there's only 3 that still have the caps. I'm going to talk to the owner to see if he likes to have these in a bag and some new Marshall knobs. I also want to open these back up, these 5 that have been changed out, and get some tooth washers behind them because they don't have that. But other than that, I think we're close to done on this. So all the gain came back, and one of the reasons for that is in a solid-state amp like this, the electrolytics aren't just used as filters or cathode bypass caps. The signal is actually passing through them from one stage to the next. So you get a bad cap or a drifted cap, and all bets are off as far as what the sound is going to be like. So I think next time you see and hear this, it will have some tooth washers back here. It'll probably have some new matching knobs. And since this came in with its stablemate, the DSL 100 JCM 2000, which will be done very soon, I think it'd be fun to do a solid state versus tube comparison. Marshall from 75 solid state that few people seem to want versus that JCM 2000 from 1999 that a lot of people think that they want. It's all tube goodness, man. All tube goodness. We'll see how that goes.